My name is Olivia Wilson. I'm 32 years old. I'm a systems engineer, a problem solver by trade, and in my family, that means I've been cast as the one who always picks up the pieces. It's a role I never asked for, but it's the one I've always had. My family expects me to be steady, reliable, always there to fix things, even when the problem isn't mine to solve. It's a soft jazz night, a rented ballroom that smells like fresh flowers, and things we pretend to afford. Grandma's 80th birthday. I don't know why I said yes to this. Maybe because it's what steady daughters do. We show up, iron our clothes, put a smile on our faces, and carry the weight of other people's expectations like it's normal. Max, my son, is 12. He's got a dry sense of humor and a knack for robotics. Lately, he spends more time with his phone than with people, and it's been a struggle for me to get him to care about these family events. I can't blame him. I barely care about them myself. We walk into the ballroom, already loud with the chatter of distant relatives who remember me as Anna's sister. Anna, my younger sister, the golden child, the one who's always the star of the show. She floats into the room in a sparkly dress, like she's been cast in a role she was born to play. Her son, Leo, is dressed like a miniature gentleman, his hair combed into place, and his smile shining like a product of years of perfect parenting. I feel a pinch in my chest as I watch them. "Look who made it," Anna says, surprised, though she's the one who invited me. She hands me a glass of champagne like it's a reward, then adds, "I put you next to the kitchen door, so it's easier if the staff needs anything." I smile tightly. "Thoughtful," I say. I'm not in the mood for small talk, but that's nothing new at family gatherings. The speeches begin an hour later, and I watch as Anna takes the mic with the same grace she's always had. Her speech is flawless, like everything about her. She cries at all the right moments, making everyone feel like they're witnessing something sacred. The applause feels like a formality. Then it's Mom's turn. She stands at the microphone like it's a throne. Her gaze sweeps across the room, and when it lands on Leo, she doesn't hesitate. "This," she says, "is the grandson I'm actually proud of." The room bursts into laughter, but it's the kind of laughter that feels a little too loud, a little too forced. I glance at Max, who's hunched over his phone, fiddling with the robot he's been building. He doesn't seem to notice the comment, but I do. The way my mom says it, as if my son is a disappointment, a shadow to her perfect grandson. I place my hand gently on Max's back, urging him to sit up straighter. He looks at me, a mix of confusion and resignation in his eyes. He's heard it before, the casual dismissals, the constant comparisons, but hearing it here, in front of everyone, makes it sting in a way that's harder to ignore. Mom keeps talking, oblivious to the effect of her words. "Not the one who's always on his phone," she adds, turning her attention back to Max. The applause follows, forced and uncomfortable. I feel my heart start to beat a little faster, but I don't make a scene. Not yet. Then Mom slides something toward me across the table, her smile a little too wide. The bill. Not a check, not a gift, an actual bill. Printed on thick paper like it's some kind of diploma. $5,382.27. It's circled in pink, with "Thanks, sweetheart," written in the corner with a smiley face. I stare at the number, the words blurring for a second as my breath catches in my chest. The room hums around me, and for a moment, everything feels far away. This isn't just a bill. It's a reminder. A reminder of everything I've been expected to do for this family. The repairs, the favors, the money I've lent, the times I've put aside my own needs for the sake of others. I lift my glass. Water, no ice. I'm not interested in playing this game anymore. Mom raises hers too. "To family," she says, her voice ringing with false cheer. I don't respond. I don't even blink. But the bill sits between us like a weight I can't ignore anymore. The next few days are a blur. The bill sits in my mind like a stain I can't wash away. At first, I try to dismiss it. I tell myself I'm overreacting. It's just a number, a formality. But the more I think about it, the angrier I get. I start to feel the weight of everything I've carried for my family over the years, the constant favors, the sacrifices that were never acknowledged. For as long as I can remember, I've been the one to fix things. I fix broken furniture, cars that won't start, Wi-Fi that smells weird to my mom. I fix family problems too. When Anna needs money, I'm the first one to pull out my checkbook. And when she doesn't pay it back, well, it's okay, right? Keeping score in my family is like drawing a line in water. You never get credit, but if you don't step in, you're the bad guy. Mac's summer plans have always been a big deal to me. He loves robotics. He's obsessed with it. For his 12th birthday, I promised him we'd go to a science museum for the weekend. He was excited. But then Mom called the night before with another request. "Olivia," she says, her voice sweet, "we all have to be at Leo's piano recital tomorrow. It's important. Could you show your face for at least the first half? Anna's counting on us." Max looks at me, his face impassive. He knows the routine. I don't ask questions. I don't make waves. I just do what needs to be done. "Can't they move him to another time?" I ask, trying to sound casual, but deep down, I know the answer. This isn't about Max. It's about Leo. I watch as Max shrugs. "I guess." I sigh. "I'll make it work." The next day, we drive to the recital. It's everything you'd expect. The kind of event where the parents are too busy snapping photos to actually listen to the music. Anna's in her element, of course, arranging Leo for photos, talking to everyone like she's the only one with something important to say. I feel myself retreating into the background. But it's the moment when Max pulls out his phone, tinkering with his robot sensors during the performance, that everything clicks into place. I realize none of this is about me. None of this is about my son. It's all about Anna, the gold child, the perfect daughter, the one who doesn't have to sacrifice anything for the sake of family, the one who doesn't even see the effort it takes to make everything perfect. Max comes in third at the robotics competition. I'm proud of him, but the smile he gives me is more real than anything I've seen in a long time. He doesn't need the applause. He just needs the validation that comes from doing something he loves. The rest of the weekend passes without incident, but I feel the gap growing between me and my family. It's like I'm living in the background of their lives, a prop that moves only when they need something fixed. It's exhausting. The final straw comes the night after Grandma's party. I've had enough. The bill, that damn bill, sits on my kitchen counter, and I can feel my insides tightening every time I glance at it. They don't even care how much it costs. They never asked if I could afford it. They never considered how many times I've sacrificed my own time, my own money for them. I've always done it willingly, because that's what family does, right? They take and you give. But now, after everything, the insults, the manipulation, the constant feeling that I'm the only one holding things together, I know I can't do it anymore. I look at Max sitting at the table, working on his latest robot design. "Hey, buddy," I say softly. "We're not going back to Grandma's anytime soon, okay?" Max looks up, surprised. "Why?" I sit down across from him, feeling the weight of this decision settle into my bones. "Because we don't need to. We've done enough." Max nods, though I can tell he's a little confused. He's not fully aware of how much I've carried for the family over the years. But he doesn't have to be. It's not his responsibility. It never should have been mine. The next day, I send the text that changes everything. It's simple, cold, and to the point. "I'm not paying the bill. I never agreed to this. You want me to fix everything, but I'm done." The messages come pouring in almost immediately. My mom calls, but I don't pick up. Anna sends me a text. "Why are you doing this? This isn't about money." But it is. It's always been about money. And time. And respect. Then my dad calls. I pick up. "Don't make a scene, Olivia," he says, his voice strained. "Just pay it and we can move on." "No," I say, calm and firm. "I'm done being the fixer." "Don't be ridiculous. Your grandmother—" "I'm not doing it anymore," I cut him off, my voice steady. "I've been your emergency fund for years. I've been your problem solver, but I'm done." The fallout from that message is immediate and intense. My phone doesn't stop buzzing. My family doesn't just want answers, they want obedience. They want me to fix things, to apologize, to return to the role they've assigned me. Anna's message is blunt, like a slap. "Mom is devastated, Olivia. This isn't just about the money. It's about family." I sit there staring at the screen, the words flashing in front of me like a neon sign. Family. I feel the irony in that word. The word that's been weaponized against me for years, a tool for guilt and manipulation, used to get me to do things I never agreed to. Max walks into the room, his face tense. "Mom, is everything okay?" I take a breath, steadying myself. "No, Max, everything's not okay. But it will be. We'll be fine." He looks uncertain, his gaze lingering on me as if he's waiting for me to fix it all, to make it right again. But I can't. I can't fix it anymore. Not for them. Not for me. Mom's voice comes next, and this time it's sharp, cold. You're embarrassing us, Olivia. This is a family event. You can't just leave us hanging. Your grandmother will never forgive you. I press my hand against my forehead, trying to shut out the words. I've heard them all before. The guilt, the manipulation, the endless, you're part of this family, you owe us speeches. But not anymore. I take a deep breath and type out a message to the family group chat. It's short, but it's everything I've been thinking for months. Going forward, I will not pay your bills. I will not co-sign loans or leases. I will not be the default fixer for events I didn't agree to. If you insult Max again, the conversation ends. If you show up uninvited, I won't open the door. If you want a relationship with me, it will be without money strings and without disrespect to my son. If you don't, I accept that. I hit send, and for the first time in my life, I feel a weight lift off my shoulders. The silence that follows is deafening. 2 days later, I get a message from Anna. You're being selfish, Olivia. You don't get to walk away from family. We need you. I stare at the text, the words twisting in my gut. Need me? They've always needed me to be the one who holds everything together. But they've never needed me. The person, the woman, the mother. They've needed the fixer, the doormat. I don't respond. Instead, I look over at Max. He's working on a new robot prototype at the table, his eyes focused, his fingers moving with the precision only a child with a true passion can have. It's moments like this that remind me why I'm doing this, why I'm not going to let my family manipulate me into becoming someone I'm not. Max looks up and catches my gaze. He doesn't ask questions. He just gives me a small, understanding smile. It's enough. A week passes and the family drama continues in the background. The texts come in waves. Guilt, anger, resentment. Mom leaves me voicemail after voicemail, her voice cracking with emotion. You're breaking my heart, Olivia. You're abandoning your family. Please don't do this. I delete them all. But then, on a Tuesday afternoon, my phone rings. It's Dad. I know this call is coming. I've known it for days. He's never been one for confrontation, always the one who lets Mom handle the emotional storms. But now, he's on the line, his voice steady but strained. Olivia, he says, his tone colder than usual. You've gone too far. You don't get to walk away from us just because you don't like the way things are. This family... I cut him off. Dad, I'm not walking away. I'm finally standing up for myself, for Max. I'm done fixing things that aren't mine to fix. There's a pause on the other end. I don't know who you are anymore, he mutters, his voice losing some of its usual composure. I'm the person I've always been, I reply. I'm just done pretending that I can carry the weight of this family on my own. It's too much, Dad. It's been too much for years. His silence speaks volumes. I can almost hear him, standing there, struggling with the reality of what I'm saying. But he doesn't argue. Instead, I hear a soft sigh, and then, maybe you're right. I hang up, a strange sense of finality settling in. This is the end of something, and the beginning of something else. I've let go of the expectations, the pressure. I've taken my life back. 2 weeks later, Grandma calls. For once, it's not about family drama, not about the guilt trips or the pressure to pay for everyone's mistakes. She's calling to check on me. Olivia, she says softly, her voice warm, I hear you've been having a rough time. I just wanted to say, I'm proud of you. I feel my heart clench. Grandma has always been the one person who saw me for who I truly am, not just as the fixer, the daughter, or the mother. She's always seen me as Olivia. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself, she continues. It's about time. And I'm proud of Max, too. He's a smart boy. You've done a good job with him. I swallow the lump in my throat. Thank you, Grandma. That means more than you know. She pauses for a moment, then adds, I want to see that robot of his again. Tell him I'm waiting. I laugh, the sound foreign but freeing. I will, Grandma. We'll bring it by soon. And for the first time in what feels like forever, I feel like I'm on the right path. I'm not their fixer anymore. I'm not anyone's doormat. I'm Olivia Wilson, and for the first time, I'm doing things for myself. The family drama has mostly died down, or at least, it's simmered beneath the surface. My phone no longer vibrates with guilt-laden texts or frantic voicemails. Instead, there's a certain quiet between us, like a long, drawn-out sigh after an exhausting argument. My family hasn't completely given up on trying to fix things their way. But I've made it clear I won't be their fixer anymore, and they've had to accept that, at least for now. Max seems to sense the shift. He's more relaxed. We've started spending weekends the way we want to. without any forced appearances or rushed trips to satisfy someone else's idea of family. It's small things: going to the park with his robot, building new designs in the living room, even sitting down for dinner without worrying about rushing off to another family event. One Saturday morning, he comes to me with a new idea for his robot. "I want to add a camera," he says, his eyes bright with excitement, "so it can record everything it sees." I smile, watching him move through the steps with ease. "That sounds cool, Max. Let's do it." And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm not just existing in the background of my life. I'm present, really present. For Max. For me. A few weeks later, I get an unexpected call from Anna. I hadn't heard from her in ages, not since the fallout over the bill. The silence between us had become a kind of uneasy truce. I wasn't sure what to expect when I picked up. "Olivia," she starts, her voice uncertain. "Can we talk?" I don't answer immediately. I don't know what she wants, but I can guess. I've had enough practice at this point to know when a conversation is about to turn into a manipulation session. But I also know I can't keep avoiding her forever. "Go ahead," I say, keeping my tone even. She's quiet for a moment. "I know you're still mad at me. I get it. But I want you to know, I'm sorry for everything. For what I said, for how I've treated you." I can hear the sincerity in her voice, and for a second, I almost believe it. But then the other side of me remembers the years of taking second place in my own family, the years of being overlooked, of being the one who fixed things while everyone else got applause. "I don't need your apology, Anna," I say, the words surprising even me. "What I need is for you to understand that I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to be the one who picks up the pieces every time things fall apart. I have my own life now, and I'm not going to let you guilt trip me into doing things that don't work for me anymore." She's silent for a long moment, and I almost wonder if she's going to hang up. But then she speaks, her voice softer, almost vulnerable. "I'm sorry, I really am. I think I've taken you for granted. You were always the strong one, always the one who kept everything together. And I never thought about what that cost you." For a moment, I feel a flicker of something. Relief, maybe, or even hope. Hope that maybe Anna's learned something, that maybe, just maybe, I don't have to cut her off entirely. "I appreciate you saying that," I say finally, "but I can't go back to what we were. I can't pretend anymore that I'm okay with being the one who carries all the weight." There's another pause on the line, and then, in a softer tone, she says, "I get it, Olivia. I do. I want things to be better, for all of us." And for the first time, I feel a real sense of closure, not just with her, but with everything. With my family. I've said my piece, and I've set the boundaries that were long overdue. "I hope they can be," I say quietly, "but it's going to take time." We hang up soon after, and while I don't feel any sudden rush of forgiveness, I don't feel that same weight pressing on my chest anymore. I don't feel the need to fix things for them. They'll have to fix themselves, just like I've had to do. The following weekend, we head to Grandma's apartment to show her Max's latest robot design. It's a simple trip, but it's a peaceful one. Grandma's face lights up when she sees the new addition, the camera Max added to his robot. "You really are a genius, Max," she says, her voice filled with pride. Max beams at the compliment, but it's me who feels the most grateful. I don't need anyone else's approval anymore, not from my parents, not from Anna, not from anyone. All I need is Max and this new version of myself, a version that is no longer defined by my family's expectations. Later that night, I find myself sitting on the couch, scrolling through my phone. A text from Mom comes through. It's short, a simple message. "I'm sorry." I don't respond immediately. I don't need to. I've already said everything I needed to say to her. I've made my peace. For the first time in my life, I don't feel like I'm on the clock, waiting for the next problem to solve. I've set my own boundaries, and I'm sticking to them. I put my phone down and sit back, letting the silence settle around me. It's a good kind of silence, the kind that comes after a storm. And for once, I feel calm. The next day, Max and I spend the afternoon in the park, his robot in tow. He shows it off to other kids, explaining how it works, what it can do. He's still as proud of his creation as I am of him. We don't need applause. We don't need validation from anyone else. We just need each other. And right now, that's enough. For the first time in years, I finally feel like I'm living my life on my own terms. It's been a few months since the last time I really heard from my family. The silence between us has become more comfortable, less strained. I've kept to my boundaries, and for the most part, they've respected them. My relationship with Max has deepened, and I've come to understand what it truly means to live without the weight of family expectations crushing me. For the first time in my life, I'm free. But then, one day, out of the blue, I get a message. It's from Dad. Can we talk? Please, Olivia, it's important. The message doesn't surprise me. I've been expecting it, but that doesn't mean I'm ready for it. I stare at the screen for a long moment, weighing my options. I've spent so much time building this life that isn't defined by my family's demands. But I also know that if I don't face this now, I may never be truly free. I take a deep breath and call him back. Dad answers on the second ring. His voice is softer than I expected, quieter, like he's unsure of how to approach this. Olivia, he starts, his tone thick with something I can't quite place. I've been thinking a lot about what happened, about everything. I wait, but he doesn't continue. The silence stretches on, and I know this is the moment where I decide if I'm going to let him back into my life. You were right, he says finally, his voice tinged with regret. I'm sorry for everything, for how I treated you, for not listening, for always putting the pressure on you to fix things. It was wrong, and I don't know how to make it right. I clench my fist around the phone, my pulse quickening. I wasn't expecting this, not really. I was prepared for more guilt, more manipulation. But this is different. There's a vulnerability in his voice that I've never heard before, and a part of me wants to reach out, to accept his apology, to believe that things could be different. But another part of me knows that I've spent too many years being the one to apologize, the one to fix everything. I don't owe him anything anymore. I don't know if you can make it right, Dad, I say, keeping my voice calm, steady. I can't forget the years of feeling invisible, of being the one who always had to carry the load, who had to pick up the pieces. And I can't keep pretending that it's okay. It's not okay. There's a long pause on the other end, and for a second, I think he might hang up. But then he speaks again, his voice quieter now, almost as if he's afraid to say the wrong thing. I understand, I really do. And I'm not asking you to forget. I just want you to know that I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I'm proud of you. You've always been strong, Olivia, and I respect that, more than you know. His words hang in the air, and for a moment, I'm caught between two worlds. The one where I let my father's apology into my heart, and the one where I protect myself from further harm. I think about everything I've been through, everything I've endured in the name of family loyalty. And I realize that I don't need his approval anymore. I don't need him to tell me he's proud of me. I'm proud of myself. I appreciate that, Dad, I say finally, but I'm not who I used to be. I'm not going to keep fixing things for you. I can't, and I won't. There's a moment of silence on the other end, and I can almost hear the weight of his regret in the pause. But then he speaks again, his voice thick with emotion. I understand, I just wanted you to know, and I'm sorry. Thank you, I say, my voice steady, but I'm done fixing things, for anyone. The conversation ends soon after, and I sit there, staring at the phone, feeling a strange sense of release. It's not forgiveness, not yet, but it's a step towards something new. Something I've never been able to have before. Peace. 2 weeks later, I get another message. This one is from Anna. It's short, almost casual, but the words still cut through the silence. We're having a family get-together at Grandma's next weekend. Just wanted to invite you and Max. I stare at the message, my mind racing. It's an invitation. But what does it mean? Are they just trying to pull me back into their drama? Or is it a genuine attempt at reconciliation? I don't know. But I do know one thing. I don't need to go. I don't need their approval. I don't need to be part of their toxic cycle anymore. I turn off the phone and sit back in the chair, letting out a slow breath. Max walks into the room holding up his latest robot creation. Hey, Mom, check this out. He grins at me, and I can't help but smile back. This right here is what matters. Not the family drama, not the guilt trips, just him, just me, just us. You're amazing, I tell him, watching him light up. I'm so proud of you. Max nods, his eyes bright. We're doing great, right? We sure are, kiddo, I say, my heart swelling with pride. We sure are. And for the first time in years, I feel the weight of the world lift off my shoulders. It's just me and Max now. No strings, no expectations. It's hard to explain what it feels like to finally let go of something so heavy, something that's been a part of you for so long. But in this moment, I feel free. For the first time, I'm living life on my terms, and I know it's exactly where I'm meant to be.